They were searching for the secrets of the universe. Through magic, myth, and ritual. Deep within the Nazi regime, behind the war rooms and speeches, was a hidden obsession. Ancient runes. Pagan gods. Lost civilizations. And the terrifying belief that the supernatural held the key to ultimate victory. This isn't just a story of war, it's a story of dark faith, delusion, and the terrifying lengths one regime took to rewrite reality itself. Because if they could control the spiritual world, maybe they believed they could conquer everything. So what exactly were the Nazis searching for? What did they hope to unleash? And could any of it have been real? Keep watching, because what you're about to hear is one of the most bizarre, secretive, and chilling chapters in modern history. Germany. 1930s to 1945s. A country brought to its knees after World War I. Its economy in shambles. Its national pride shattered. Into this chaos rose Adolf Hitler, and with him, the Nazi Party. But this wasn't just a political movement. It was something deeper. A mythology. The Nazis didn't just want to restore power to Germany, they wanted to rewrite the past and reshape the future. And to do that, they believed they needed to tap into the ancient world. And the powers that lay beyond it. From Berlin to the Himalayas, the Nazi obsession with the occult would stretch across continents, and even cross the boundary between science and sorcery. At the center of this dark obsession was Heinrich Himmler, commander of the SS, and arguably the second most powerful man in Nazi Germany. But Himmler didn't see himself as just a general. He believed he was the spiritual leader of a new pagan order, reviving the lost religion of the so-called Aryan race. He transformed the SS into more than a military force. It became a mystical cult. Their uniforms carried occult symbolism. Their rituals mimicked ancient ceremonies. And their headquarters? Wewelsburg Castle, redesigned by Himmler into a kind of Nazi Camelot, complete with a Hall of the Dead, runic inscriptions, and a mysterious black sun etched into the floor. Wewelsburg wasn't just a base, it was a temple. A command center for rituals, seances, and experiments meant to unlock ancient power. The SS was no longer just enforcing the Reich's laws. They were trying to awaken its spiritual destiny. Driven by myth as much as strategy, the Nazis launched expedition after expedition to track down ancient relics believed to hold unimaginable power. In 1938, Nazi scholars, funded directly by Himmler, journeyed to Tibet, convinced that the Himalayan peaks held traces of the original Aryan race. In France, Nazi archaeologists searched for the Holy Grail, believing it could grant Hitler immortality. In Austria, they seized the Spear of Destiny, the weapon said to have pierced the side of Christ. Hitler personally took it into his possession. Legend warned, whoever controls the spear controls the fate of the world. Chillingly, Hitler took it in 1938, and lost it just hours before his death in 1945. Coincidence? Or something darker? In 1935, Himmler founded a research division called the Ahnenerbe, a state-funded institute whose purpose was to prove that the Aryans were not just a race, but a divine legacy. But this was no normal think tank. The Ahnenerbe studied ancient runes and symbols. They searched for lost cities. They experimented with dowsing rods and telepathy. Some believed in hollow earth theories, claiming a secret civilization lived beneath our feet. Over 130 missions were launched across Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Files uncovered after the war revealed coded maps, relic diagrams, and bizarre sketches, some too strange to believe. To the Ahnenerbe, mythology wasn't fiction. It was the blueprint for a new world order. The Nazis didn't just want control. They wanted to transform reality. Himmler believed in reincarnation, that elite SS officers were the reborn spirits of ancient warriors. Battles were sometimes planned in alignment with astrological events. And then there was the idea of creating a new man not just genetically superior, but spiritually awakened. Hitler envisioned a world where Germanic myths would replace Christianity. Pagan festivals. Ancestral worship. Sacred rituals. It wasn't just about tanks and guns. It was about creating a new cosmic order, with the Nazis at the center of it. One of the strangest legends to emerge after the war is that of Die Glocke, the bell. A bell-shaped device, allegedly developed in secret Nazi labs, capable of manipulating gravity, distorting time, and possibly even enabling time travel. Witnesses claimed it glowed with an eerie purple light. Others said it left deadly radiation in its wake. Was it real? A prototype weapon? Or just a fever dream of post-war conspiracy? To this day, its blueprints have never been found. But whispers say the Americans took it. The Nazis' supernatural obsession wasn't just a footnote, it was woven deep into the ideology of the Third Reich. They believed that the old gods were real, that relics held power, and that destiny could be bent through ritual and myth. It's a terrifying reminder of what happens when myth, power, and madness collide. And in today's world, where conspiracy theories thrive and cults of personality rise once again, it forces us to ask, what dangerous myths are we still believing? Because history doesn't just repeat. Sometimes, it reincarnates. If you found this deep dive into the Nazis' occult ambitions disturbing, fascinating, and thought-provoking, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. There's always more buried just beneath the surface. Until next time, stay curious, and question everything.